friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new around here, hi, my name is Melissa, or Missa. Welcome to the coolest place on the internet. Today, I thought we could sit and swatch some of the new palettes that I got. I've not, had new palettes in ages, and then all of a sudden I've got 5 new eyeshadow palettes that are all so awesome, and I thought we could just swatch them all and look at them, and I thought it'd be fun. They're all new and relevant. And I thought you'd enjoy it as much as I do, because I love boy racers. So I love swatching. And also, I should really have a makeup video up for today, but I'm not feeling very inspired. I don't feel like I can film anything that looks good right now. So yeah, if you're wondering about this eye look, I just did it in my own time playing. It's a ballerina bride kind of recreation. Anyway, yeah, if you want to see some swatches of new palettes, like the KASH Beauty, the Beauty Wilderness, the MIKAYLA Glamlite one, then do just keep on watching. Okay, so the first of my new palettes is the Melt Blueprint. This is absolutely stunning. I also really like the packaging. I love how it is sorry. I've got my window open because it's really warm. But there's boy racers. Yeah, I love how it is blueprint packaging. You know, I think that's really cool. So this is what she looks like on the inside. There's 6 shimmers. I didn't realise that, and 2 mattes in this palette. So let's give it a wee quick swatch. It won't actually take that long because it's such a small palette, and that makes me happy. Here are all the swatches. So obviously it's very blue-brown, but blues and browns I always feel go together really well. I'm not quite sure what I would do with this. I think I would need to add another palette into it just to add a few more mattes, just because there is only 2 in here. But as a whole, it is absolutely stunning, and the shimmers are beautiful. If you're used to Melt formula, it feels very similar to the rest of their palettes. So the shimmers I do find go on better wet. Mattes are always pretty bomb. I always really like them. Personally, I've never had any bad experiences with Melt eyeshadows, and I've tried a lot of their palettes. So yeah, that is Melt Blueprint. It's just gorgeous. Try and do a close up. It's so hard to get the lighting right for my swatch videos because my lights are always ahead of me, here. They're not behind me or beside me, so it's quite difficult to get the lighting perfect. But yeah, that's all the swatches. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? If you love blues, if you love browns, well, this is going to be the palette for you. Next up, we have Kaleidos Flower Punk. Look at this beauty. Look at the packaging. It's mirrored. It's got all that print on it in beautiful colours. The back is even pretty. It's heavy, it's substantial, and you can slide it up because it's magnetized. You can take that off. You can do whatever you want. I love the packaging. Very Melt, isn't it? It looks like a Melt palette in my opinion. It does have a mirror, which I never peel the thing off the mirror. I don't know why. So yeah. Ooh. Let's swatch the Flower Punk. It's actually too beautiful to even look at. I'm struggling to comprehend how beautiful it is. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Let me do a close-up right now. The pink and the mint, they're both duochrome. So the pink's pink to gold, and the mint one is mint to pink. I don't know if it'll pick up. Got some lovely mauves in the middle, then these disgustingly beautiful greens. Like, what are they? Look at that shimmer, look at these mattes. This palette is stunning. I've not really played with it yet, just like the Melt one. I mean, not really played with most of these palettes that I'm going to show you, but I have swatched this a couple of times just out of sheer joy of swatching. I love swatching my shadows. It gives me enjoyment. But yeah, I don't want to compare it to the Melt, but if I was going to, which I am, these feel like butter. The Melt feel quite dry and textured. These just glide on like butter, and the shimmers feel wet. I just think Kaleidos does a really good job with their eyeshadows, and this colour story is quite unique and fun and exciting, and yeah, I'm guessing I'm going to get some people telling me to do a review of this one. I can imagine. Okay, next up, let's look at the Beauty Bay Wilderness. So this is the Wilderness. Same size as the Sunset Horizons, as the Book of Magic, as the Romance. Was there another one? I don't think so. Oh, I love the packaging. It's got like silver or like gold reflex on it. It's lovely. It's going to slot into my collection so well, and I think this palette is going to really come into its own when we start getting colder weather. I love using like grungier tones in autumn and winter. I think most people do, and yeah, I'm really going to enjoy it more then, but it is absolutely stunning, and wait till you see the shimmers swatched. So let's just begin. I'll probably do 2 rows at a time, and then we'll discuss. Holy mac, I actually could swear with joy. Look at those swatches. Look at that reflect, that second one. Look at that blue. Look at that green. Look at that green. Look at them all. Look at them all. That was not a fart. It was my elbow. Look at them. Beauty Bay does not let me down. Let me tell you, if I could collab with any brand, I would make one of these 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 colour palettes with Beauty Bay. That is exactly what I'd do, because they're stunning. The formula is great. This first shade, you can barely see it on my skin, but actually that's great for blending out. The shimmers are to die for. Just be careful when you swatch them, because they are very like soft and squishy, so they can break quite easily, like my third shade did there. It's fine though, you can press it back in. Look at them. Okay, let me swatch the next 2 rows. Those shimmers. The only shimmer that doesn't impress me is Heat, which is this red one. This one here doesn't feel like the others. This feels like a really boring, flat, slightly shimmery colour. It's not great, in my opinion. The other one's holy macaroni. Look at Lime. Look at Lime. Do you not want just to like cover your body in that colour? And that other one's gorgeous. The red swatch, fantastic. They all swatch fantastic. This one looks a wee bit patchy in the swatch. But it goes on the eye really nice. I've played with this, I was playing with it yesterday. I tried to film a look at it. My creativity isn't there, but like, look at that palette. If you weren't like looking at it and thinking, man, I need that, surely you are now, having seen the swatches. I'll admit, when I first saw this palette, I thought, oh, I wanted it to be all green. But you see, now I've got it. I understand the colour story, and a few people were pointing out that it's quite like Melt Morte with the reds and the greens and the blues, and I see that too. It's It's really, really, really beautiful. I'm very glad to have it in my collection, and I will do a video with it. I have to. It should have been up tonight actually, but like I said, my creativity just wasn't there. And if I don't feel like I'm achieving a good look, then I just throw an absolute tantrum. Anyway, look at her. She's stunning, and love it. Love it very much. The way it works on the eyes is just phenomenal. It just goes on like an absolute dream come true. I think this is the next least big one. This is the KASH Beauty Colour Trip Artistry Palette. So obviously Kaylee MUA. I actually played with this today. I did my butterfly look with it today, which I'll probably be posting on Instagram when this video's up. So I have used this once, but I've not filmed with it, and I've certainly not swatched them all. So let's swatch them together and see what happens. Probably again the first 2 rows, then the next 2 rows, and then I'll swatch the liners at the bottom. Yeah, so these split pans at the bottom, they're cake liners, so you use them wet, and the rest are eyeshadows. So let's give her a wee swatch, see what happens. But I do know that it applies on the eyes very nicely, so let's begin. Okay, she's cute. That's the first 2 rows. Very impressed by how that bright pink swatched, and the white as well, but I knew the white would be good because it went on my eye really well. That shimmer's really pretty. There's only 3 shimmers in this whole palette, the rest are mattes. This yellow is more like it's like a neon eyeshadow. It's incredible. The others are brights, but that like 4th shade in is neon. It's really pretty. That last one I had a bit of trouble getting to show up, but got it there. That's nice. That swatch is nice. If I just saw the swatches though, I don't think I'd be very interested. I think in the context of the palette it does look more interesting. I don't know if that makes any sense. Sometimes swatches will sell me a palette, and sometimes swatches make me go off a palette. And I think, yeah, looking at the swatches I just did there, I would have been a bit like, meh, looks alright. Doesn't like hugely excite me, but let's carry on. There's the next 2 rows. They're a bit more subtle, a bit more neutral. That shimmer is really, really pretty. It's like a blue pink reflect. Before I'd swatched it when it was brand new, it's kind of marbled in the pan, so it just kind of comes up as a duochrome when you use it. They all swatch really nicely. That black swatch as well. I'm quite impressed. I wouldn't say anything to write home about in terms of like how they feel and stuff, but they feel nice, and it's my first time playing with KASH Beauty, so I was impressed, like I said, when it went on the eye. So really, to be honest, the swatches, it doesn't really matter how they swatch. So I'll wipe this off and then we can swatch the cake liners. Okay, there is the cake liners. I would say they worked pretty well. The black and white are probably the most pigmented. I did kind of mix the black and white by accident just because they're in split pans and it's a wee bit hard to avoid. But yeah, I'll need to try them on the eyes. I'll need to build them up on my eyes and see like how they work. Do they layer over shadows? Can you still see them? Can you build them up? Do they crack? what the crack is with them. Ho ho ho. Yeah, I'll need to see, but overall, I mean, quite impressive. A lot better than the Avani Greg Morphe one. And if you want to see a full review and swatches, better swatches, I would say, than mine, go watch Teresa's video, Teresa Mulhern. I'll link her down below. I mention her in every video. She's one of my best pals, and she'll be staying with me next week. Actually, this week, I'm so excited. Yeah, these should come off quite easily because they're just water activated. Yeah, they were quite impressive actually. I expected them to perform worse, to be quite honest. We've got only one palette left, and maybe I've saved the best for last. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but I think I kind of have. That's like left like wee marks on my arm. I don't think I'm allergic to them. Oh, we are ready to party. Look at that. Look at it. 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 Okay, I can do without the first two rows, sure. How often do I use browns? Not very often, but I don't care because in the context of the palette, I just love it. Like, look at it. 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 I actually don't know who MIKAYLA is. Well, I know that I think she's a TikToker. But it's the colour story that like made me want this palette. So yeah, let's swatch it, shall we? Row by row, as always. Just the way I've been doing it, basically. I feel the warmth of your skin. I feel the touch of your hand. Love you with all of my heart. Makes me tremble within. Smell of your hair. I'm here in a bed. Without your love, I am out of place. And without you, I am just a trace. I wanna be with you always. Okay, what I'm learning by swatching is all of these are very soft. Very soft. You do not want to put any pressure on your finger as you dip into these pans. Don't do it. Don't do what I did and get like chunks of pigment. Like, don't do it. Very soft. Okay, so the first few are real neutral, but this really dark purple is giving me life because that's going to add a lot of depth when I don't have a black in a palette. More neutrals, but look, oh, I don't think you can see the beauty of this like purpley blue one. It's so stunning the way it reflects in the light. To be honest, I think all of those swatched together are really complementary and really, really beautiful. I mean, there's browns obviously, but beautiful browns, I have to say, and I love a dark shimmery brown. If I am doing like a brown smoky eye, I like an option of a shimmery brown, and I don't feel like we get that in an awful lot of palettes. I'm gonna have a real good shower tonight and wash this arm good and proper. Holy macaroni. This row is like a Barbie dream house of joy. This row's like a carnival. Glamlite know how to do shimmers. Look at the way they're reflecting. I love that first bright pink. It's so vibrant. And then those greens, and then more purples. I can think of so many beautiful like bright ass rainbow looks that I want to do with this palette just from touching it. This dark green here too is really pretty. I mean, it's not dark, but darker. It's so beautiful. Wee bit of stainage, but not too bad. Right, I've got one more row and then my battery is gonna die. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, look at that shimmery blue. Oh my goodness, Gina, can you see that? Gaia, can you see that? Are you all looking at that? I actually cannot get over that blue called Audrey. I have to smear that all over my body. Oh my goodness, it's got like glitter reflex in it. It is just outrageous. It is outrageous. That is my favourite shade. I think of all the palettes that I've swatched, this Glamlite one is giving me the most like inspiration. I think because it has so many stunning shimmers in it, as well as like really beautiful complementary mattes. Like, it's just doing bits for me. I have to say, wow. Wow. I actually think I'm morally obliged to do a tutorial with this first because it is so beautiful. But you guys can let me know in the comments what palette I need to do a video on first. I mean, technically I should do the Wilderness first because that's the most recent, but I don't know. You have to tell me. So that is my 5 very beautiful new-in palettes. I feel very special, very lucky to have all of these in my collection now. I've decluttered a lot recently and I feel so excited to have these 5 in my collection. I enjoyed swatching them all and getting a kind of taster for what to expect when I use them all properly. So yeah, again, let me know in the comments, what do you want to see videos on first. I'll probably do a video on each and every single one, but you can tell me the order. And yeah, there we go. That is my 5 beautiful palettes swatched. I had a lot of fun. I do have a lot of cleaning up to do now, like on my desk, but I don't care. There we are then. That was fun. I'm saying that now even though I haven't swatched any of them, but when you do an intro and an outro at the same time, you have to like talk in the future. I don't know how they all swatched. I'm hoping well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a wee swatch video, why not? If you did, give it a thumbs up, a pity thumbs up for my lack of ability to put makeup on my face. Leave me a comment down below, tell me what palette you want me to do a tutorial on first, and subscribe if you haven't already. 3 to 4 videos a week from me. If you want to see my weekly vlogs, the link down below to become a patron is there. And yeah, I'm gonna piss off, have a lovely day, and I hope I'll see you all again. Bye. I meant to say see you all on the flip side. What's wrong with me? Bye.